Hey everyone, welcome to Mocking Person episode 6. My name's Jack Plefko, and we're now brought to you live and in color. So with this new format that we're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by talking about my song of the week, a new song that I heard that I really liked. There'll be a number one song, and there's going to be a runner-up. The runner-up is Lowdown by Boz Scaggs, a man who is very unsexy, but the song is it just really gets your nuts rubbed together. The number one song is it's called "Oh" by Masayoshi Takanada. I actually just discovered him recently. I only clicked on it because he looks so happy, but his music is so good, and he also has this like Star Wars samba kind of thing, and it's really good. I would check it out. It's one of those things that you find, and it kind of changes you spiritually a little bit. He has this one album called The Rainbow Goblins, and it's about these 7 goblins. I haven't listened to the full thing yet, but it's really cool, and he seems like a good role model. All right, up next, we're going to do a video game review. Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1 and 2. I grew up with Tony Hawk as a kid. I played it on the PlayStation Uno, that's 1. And it was good. I liked it. You could play as Shrek. I think that was in Tony Hawk 3. You play as Boba Fett, and you could play as Spider-Man. And it was a lot of fun. And this remake is much of the same, but there is some new changes. In Tony Hawk, you play as Ogre Taint, a 37-year-old man who is trying to rank his way up into the high scores of the skating world to take care of his children and pay for child support. It's a very strange take that Activision and Vicarious Visions decided to take, but it's one that I think really paid off because it creates a nice emotional depth to a rather just kind of bland, styleless kind of world of skateboarding. Check it out. What do we got next? Okay. Finally, we have here's a segment called Story Time. It's not original, it's not unique. We've been doing story time since we were cavemen, 8 people around a fire in caves, and I don't know if they really understood what the other person was saying, but they liked the excitement and they worked off of it, and then Golden Corral. I wouldn't recommend going to it. I've only had one experience at Golden Corral. It was when I was 15. I was coming back from a field trip, and our chaperones were like, we need to feed a horde of children on a budget. And so, buffets are on the table. I describe Golden Corrals like this. If you're in the middle of nowhere and you see a bunch of redneck people wandering around, there's a Golden Corral nearby. Your thought is, I see the flies. Where's the shit? Shit always attracts flies. And lo and behold, off in the distance, we see the arcs of Golden Corral, the weird, rectangular glowing hum that looks like one of the things they use to heat the food. In fact, I think actually they do use the same technology. Golden Corral has a patent on it. And when you walk in, they have like family deals and things like that. Golden Corral is like assisted suicide buffet style. You can go in there and they won't stop you. In fact, they have time limits. You go in there and you have like an hour to eat as much food as you can before they kick you out. And so when you go up, they have like steak and jello and, sushi, pretty much anything you can think of. Well, my friend and I, we walk in there and we're kind of just taking in the scene and looking at all the options. And we're looking at Salisbury steak. And and we look over and I see this family sitting in a booth, and there's 4 of them. There's a dad, and then there's the mom, and then there's the 2 kids, and they look like those little like European Russian doll things where you take one out and you do the other and do the other. The boys, the little boys, they're these little round people, and they look like, remember in Willy Wonka, Augustus, the one who eats the microphone? It was like that, but 2 of them. It was like it was like double. And my friend and I, we're like, okay, what's going on over here? Because the father goes to take another bite of food, and then he starts grabbing his heart, right? He's having a heart attack. It's very apparent. He's like having a heart attack. And his honey goes, honey, are you okay? And he goes, it'll pass. It'll pass. It'll pass? You want to know what this guy did? He went for another bite of his mashed potatoes in front of his two sons. He was ready to die in Golden Corral. And the wife was like, should I call 911? He goes, no. No, no, no. I'm staying here. You guys can go if you want. But me and this plate have unfinished business. All right? And I'm going to stay for my full hour that I paid for. Eventually, one of our chaperones ended up calling 911, and they got him out of there. But it's why I don't go to Golden Corrals anymore. Well, anyway, we got some great radio sketches coming up for you. Some funny things that we didn't write out and we just improv'd. So enjoy our half-baked effort at a podcast sketch comedy. And you know what's great? No one watches this shit, so I can just keep figuring out how to make it better. I'll cut that out too. All right. Bye.